Suvek. I'm Hima Dalal from Vital Energy, and I welcome you to this interview. It has been a very pleasant journey to help you go through the fibro treatments here at Vital Energy. Would you like to share your journey, that how it helped you?
Yeah, yes, I would. First of all, I couldn't do it without the work that you did and the positive environment that Vital Energy has, and the wonderfully qualified people that work here. And I wanted to say that. I wrote a few things down. I'm not going to read them, but I'm going to refer to them.
Okay.
When we focus our energy on something, that thing changes. And I call that prayer, and there's not a shadow of a doubt that prayer works. They've done a lot of research in that area, and prayer works. Prayer heals. There's also proof that positive thinking and affirmation changes things, which is the same principle. If we focus our attention on positive healing, why not focus our attention on ourselves?
Exactly.
To support this theory, scientists are discovering that certain portions of molecular structure will change when we focus our attention on them. And when we do not look at them, they don't change at all. And I put two and two together, and it really helped me understand the meaning of prayer.
Right.
So in a lot clearer way. Well, how does this relate to fibromyalgia? In many ways. You pray for world peace, why don't you pray for healing for yourself? Now, if molecules change when we focus attention there,
Exactly, the cellular configuration changes,
right,
and that is where you hold your emotional blockage.
right,
And
right.
that's what the energy healing does. It helps the myofascial release and craniosacral therapy, crystal therapy, what we used, help to dissolve that emotional blockage.
And we're nothing but a form of a mass of molecules, you know.
Right.
And it just fascinates me. It fascinates me because lately I've been able to put so many things together and understand them. My story started back in 1983. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I taught school, and eventually in 1999 I had to take an early state retirement. After a while I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And my husband got sick and tired of it too. I have general fibromyalgia, which means that I ache all over my body.
Yes, and there's a fluctuating pain or inflammation.
Yeah, sometimes it's more intense than others. And sometimes I feel like I have the flu. And the medicines helped a lot until I went into a flare. Or the medicines helped a lot until I went into a flare. But generally, I had fatigue all the time. And the medicines didn't change that, okay? So I had fatigue, and off and on, I would have sensory impairment. The last 2 years I was teaching school, I wore earplugs in my ears, and I could hear my students just fine. And my family doctor retired, and he sent me to a rheumatologist, and she said, walk 30 minutes a day. And I was really ready to change. So I went to the mall and I walked, and I tried to keep up with my husband, but I walked. All of a sudden I started having problems with the pressure points in my hips.
Exactly, the trigger points flared up.
Yeah, they did, and it hurt, and I couldn't hurt when I walked. So then I thought, well, I'll try the stationary bicycle. So I tried that, and after a while, the pressure points in the inside of my leg, near my knee, started flaring up. So I had to quit that. So then when I went back to her, she sent me to Vital Energy for occupational and physical therapy to build up my endurance and my muscle mass so that it wouldn't cause a flare in my pressure points. And that was the beginning of a new journey, and I really, really enjoyed it. When I came here, it was around Christmas time, the holiday, and there were lots of wonderful programs.
Mm-hmm.
I had to miss them all
Mm-hmm.
because I couldn't tolerate noise,
Mm-hmm.
even the noise of people chattering around me. So I missed 3 or 4 wonderful Christmas programs
Mm-hmm.
because of that. And even when I came here, Hima had to put me in an isolated room because I couldn't tolerate
I remember
noise.
that you couldn't tolerate even any commotion at all.
Nothing.
Right.
And Hima used a form of healing touch and energy work called Reiki Massage. And she also used myofascial treatment release using crystals. And then I was hooked up to some form of electrical current on my back because my back was really sore
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
So the combination of this treatment helped to desensitize and take the hypersensitivity of the pain out, and craniosacral work you got also helped to help tolerance with the noise and other stimulus.
Well, at the time I've been reading up a little bit about some of the things that were used on me. And at the time I didn't really understand what it was, but it began to work.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was starting feeling a little better, I began physical therapy with Rob. And that is the most wonderful experience, isn't it? The water's warm, unlike cold water, and I look forward to that, and the treadmills underwater. And I was really eager to make this happen. And I think that's another thing, you have to want.
Yeah, that inner desire and the spirit you had helped everything what we had to offer to you. That expedited the journey.
And I really enjoyed that. Now, Hima continued to work on me when I was in pain. She worked on my body, and we talked a lot about the emotional issues that might be contributing to my poor health. And so I started journaling nightly, trying to find the positive out of each day, because as we've mentioned, the power of positive thinking is really a valid concept. And I began to feel better. And when I was ready, Hima began to work on some exercises for upper body to start strengthening my upper body. And she still worked on me as far as the Reiki and different things for my pain, because it wasn't it was still there. Now she taught me how to use a Theracane. Now I was given this thing. What did I do with it? Here it is. I was given this thing by my daughter, who has fibromyalgia worse than I do, and I didn't really know what to do with it, so I put it aside. And Hima taught me how to use it on the pressure points in my back. And I tell you what, that made a tremendous difference in the flow of fluid in my back.
And that's, again, any emotional blockage or physical blockages comes in the body and you treat it in time. That's your independence, and that's what the whole fibromyalgia treatment intervention at Vital Energy is, that we help you dissolve the pain, come to the point where you can exercise, strengthen, and then recognize that when the pain is building up, how do you take care of yourself? And how do you journal? How do you stay positive? And you have used all these aspects beautifully. And that's why the way you look right now.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I couldn't have done it without y'all. And I really feel good about that. I think the Theracane, number one, for me, maybe not for everybody else, but for me it was a vital thing I needed
No, I
to
think
do.
mostly people do need a home stretching exercise program to handle the trigger points. So we always teach them. It can be active assisted myofascial stretching exercises, yoga exercises. Some people like Theracane, whatever works for them. That's but some form of independence patients need.
Well,
Yeah.
I've learned a long time ago not to expect things instantly.
Mm-hmm.
So, our culture wants things instantly right now, and it doesn't always happen that way. But the stronger I felt, the better I felt about, myself and what was going on. And today, this is a wonderful thing for me to say, today I consider myself healthy. I haven't had a fibro flare, no impaired hearing. I haven't had a fatigue episode in over 5 or 6 months. Not only that, I get up early in the morning and look forward to the day and the morning. I'm thinking, I'm waking up now. Now, if I do 3 or 4 days when I'm busy, I might have to catch up on my sleep a little bit, but I think that's normal.
That is normal and fine, and it's you have accepted it, and you have made a move forward to be healthy and happy.
But I think as long as I take my meds, I'm not to the point yet where I think I want to get rid of those. But that may come. I don't know.
And I can see that positivity, that
Yeah.
the day will come. I'm very happy that you are able to give this message to the fibro patients that it's not a dead-end journey.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
And I feel like I won't relapse as long as I do my stretching exercises, my Theracane, and some physical activity. I have my life back. I feel like I could go back to work if I were younger, but I have 2 online businesses now, and the beauty of this past week I was looking forward to my grandchildren coming, so I spent one day with one and one day with the next. I didn't look forward to that before.
I'm
It was
very
something I
happy
had
for
to
you,
do,
Miss Solan. And
So if you're here and you're listening to this, you can have a life too. And whoever listens to this interview is ready to understand that exercise and energy work together is the only way to deal with fibromyalgia, then you too can expect a miracle.
thank you so much, Miss
Thank you.
Solan. And
I was
good luck with
sensing I
your
was
journey.
getting a little long-winded, but anyway. I forgot to say something, so we're going to add this on. There's another principle in life I really, really believe in, and that is when the learner is ready, the teacher will come. I've experienced that many times in my life, and it's been very important, and I feel like all these things I've talked about have been steps leading me to this healing and to coming to vital energy and having this wonderful, peaceful environment. And I just had to add that.
Yeah, and I really believe that when opportunity knocks, don't go to wash your face. Take it.
Take it, yeah.
Thank you.